be welcoming the Director of Kaduna State Workers House to address. The Director, I want to Dorcas Levy. A round of applause for the Director. I know already Chief Judge of Kaduna State, Senior Judges of the High Court, respected members of the bar, political time, existing establishment. It is a great honor and deep appreciation that I will welcome you to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of the Kaduna State of Government Settlement Meeting. This year's theme, Justice for Everyone, Peace Everywhere, captures the very essence of what we stand for as the Kaduna Government. It reflects our commitment to delivering justice that is inclusive, accessible, efficient, and restorative, while fostering sustainable peace across all communities. At a time when our society yearns for harmony and protection, this theme reminds us that justice must not only resolve disputes, but must also reach everyone and promote peace everywhere. Settlement remains one of the most impactful initiatives of the Kaduna multi-government designed to promote access to justice through alternative dispute resolution. It offers significant a unique opportunity to resolve disputes amicably, speedily, and cost-effectively, without the burdens often associated with conventional. This year has been a remarkable one of the Kaduna multi-government through the collective efforts of the judiciary, our dedicated staff, and our value partners. We have continued to expand the frontiers of APR in Kaduna State. Within the year under successful handling of hundreds of cases with a higher academic settlement, thereby reducing the burden on our courts and promoting peaceful coexistence. The strengthening of our panel of interest through the induction of new mediators and continuous capacity building initiatives. The training of judicial officers, area professionals, and stakeholders, as well as traditional rulers across Kaduna and beyond, enhancing the quality and reach of APR services. Strategic collaborations with key institutions such as the Nigerian Bar Association, FIDA, the Legal Aid Council, the Human Rights Commission, other development partners, including access to justice, expanded community outreach and sensitization drives across Kaduna, Zaria, and Kafanchan Secretariat, bringing APR services closer to the intervention of restorative justice, trauma healing, and gender responsive mediation for our processes, ensuring inclusivity and responsiveness to vulnerable groups. Active engagement in peacekeeping initiatives aligned with national and global frameworks, including the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace, and security. These milestones are not just institutional successes. They represent lives touched. They represent relationships restored and communities strengthened. As we commence settlement with 2026, I encourage all contributors, legal practitioners, and members of the public to take full advantage of this opportunity, whether your disputes relate to family matters, tenancy, commerce, inheritance, or community issues. The Kaduna multi-government has provided a safe, confidential, and effective platform for resolution. I wish to express my profound gratitude to his lordship, the Honorable Chief Judge of Kaduna State, for his visionary leadership and unwavering support for Kaduna. I also appreciate our partners and stakeholders whose collaboration continues to make our work impactful. To our mediators and HR professionals, we commend your dedication and professionalism. You are indeed true ambassadors of peace and justice. As we officially begin settlement 2026, let us embrace dialogue over discord, understanding over hostility, and conciliation over division. Together, let us build a system where justice for everyone and peace is experienced everywhere. Once again, I will welcome you all and wish us a successful and impactful settlement. Thank you for this.
Thank you. I will give round of applause for the Director of the Justice. Thank you for the performance. As we continue with our program, we'll be taking a keynote address by the Honorable Attorney General of Justice, Sir James Stein. Can we put our hands together? All our concentrating women of the Justice.
My Lord, my Lord, the entire justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Honorable, my wife and cats, my Lord, here present. I want to pray my Lord a brief protocol for time and I have been given about 10 minutes to legal content, right? Let me make this point very clear. I will need another extra 10 minutes. Kindly dog and patience as I deliver this in address. I'm honored to deliver the keynote address of this important event organized by the Kaduna Multi-Door Courthouse. I thank the director, Ms. Dr. Lady Daniel, and her team for this opportunity. These groups between humans are as old as civilization itself. Energy sapping, time consuming, and financially draining. Individual worldviews shaped by unique experiences and the diversity of interests, needs, and perspectives create a foundation for disagreements. These differences, coupled with competition and changing values and classic values, inevitably whether in personal relationships, organizational settings, or international forums. And it continues to define the present day. When issues arise, individuals adopt different approaches to resolution, either formally through litigation or informally through out-of-court settlement. For decades, our traditional courts have faced immense pressure occasioned by overcrowded cases in their dockets, where the judges face an overwhelming number of cases. Delays in justice delivery, where commercial and personal disputes linger for years. Financial strain on litigants, where litigation drains the resources of individuals and businesses, and broken relations, where winning a lawsuit often destroys partnership and fraternity family. Litigation treats justice as a zero-sum game, where one party wins and the other loses. We are gathered here to commence in week movement, not merely to make speeches, not merely to make speeches, but to affirm our commitment to a justice system that reconciles and heals rather than divides. These events mark an advocacy for a shift from the rigid battlegrounds of litigation to the collaborative backbone of conciliation, mediation, and agreement. This settlement means a call to action. Therefore, in the following 5 days of this week, the Kaduna multi-law courthouse shall be dedicated to declaring targeted cases through alternative dispute resolution (ADR). The importance of ADR in our legal systems cannot be overemphasized. People now prefer it over traditional court litigation because it is typically faster, more private, more efficient, and effective in time management, less costly in most instances, and allows them to choose a neutral third party to resolve the dispute or make a final binding decisions without public exclusion. It is because of this and many other good reasons that legislation and policies are right to institutionalize ADR in our legal system. At the federal level, we have the Arbitration and Mediation Act 2023, which repealed the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. The objective of the Act, first, is to promote fair resolution of disputes by an impartial tribunal without unnecessary delay or expense. Second, parties to a dispute are at liberty to decide a manner and means by which their dispute may be resolved, provided they adhere to measures that are necessary to promote peaceful existence and protect public interests. Third, arbitration agreement between parties for settlement shall be binding on the parties and enforceable against each of the parties to the exclusion of any other dispute resolution method, unless the parties otherwise provide with the agreement is void. And fourth, parties to arbitration, arbitrators, arbitral institutions, appointing authorities and the court shall do all things necessary for the proper expeditious conduct of arbitral proceedings. Kaduna State has closed by enacting the Kaduna State Alternative Dispute Resolution Adoption and Application Law of 2023. Sections 4 and 5 of the law provide for the establishment of an alternative dispute resolution center, and the law shall apply to all courts and to all types of disputes filed in the courts of Kaduna State or directly at the ADR center. Presently, there is a proposal to repeal the 2013 law and replace it with the Kaduna multi-law courthouse law. The proposed law has introduced a lot of ingenious provisions that are in line with best global practice. I will give a few instances here. The objective of the proposed courthouse are to enhance access to justice by providing alternative mechanisms of supplementary litigation and the resolution of disputes, to minimize citizen prohibition and delays in just delivery by providing a standard legal framework. It is served as a focal point for the promotion of ADR in Kaduna State, enhance easy settlement of commercial disputes, and promote the good and effective functioning of the justice system through ADR. The functions of the proposed courthouse are as follows. First, mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, early neutral, restorative justice, the resolution of what it is, and such as may be referred to the courthouse of the High Court, Sharia courts, customary courts, and other courts of other jurisdictions outside Kaduna State, federal courts, private persons, corporations, public institutions, and dispute resolution organizations. Second, we encourage debating parties to appear before the courthouse for the resolution of their disputes. Third, to assist disputants in the resolution of their disputes and act as administrators in the conduct of area peoples locally or internationally. Fourth, to give the public on area and sensitizing the public about facts. Fifth, render assistance in the conduct of active administration with mediation procedures. Six, to encourage disputing parties whose matters are already listed before the court for hearing to appear before the courthouse to exclude settlement options. Seven, to maintain registers of suitably qualified persons to act as mediators, arbitrators, neutral evaluators, and ADR practitioners. And lastly, to promote or undertake projects or other activities including but not limited to the settlement, which is the opinion of the governing council of the courthouse, will further assist in the contesting the cause and helping achieve the purpose for which the courthouse is established. In giving effect to this variety of objectives, the proposed courthouse is expected to maintain a working relationship with reputable organizations, including but not limited to Citizens Mediation Center and other mediation and institutions towards the enhancement of the population, services, and referral of matters. In addition, it shall cause settlement agreement or other memorandum of understanding, duly signed by the meeting parties, endorsed by either mediators or magistrate, as may be directed by the recipient and adopted as consent document, consent award, or contract to become binding and enforceable by the sheriff under section 11 of the Sheriffs and Civil Process Law or other legislation for the time being enforced. To complement the objectives and function of the courthouse, the Kaduna State Government, through the Ministry of Justice and the courthouse, is in partnership with the Hague Institute of Innovation of Law and the Institute for the Innovation of Law to establish the Community Justice Center, which is nicknamed Kdmdc Center. The center will not replace existing institutional courts, but will complement them by resolving suitable disputes early at the grassroots level, while requiring matters requiring specialized intervention to the appropriate court or the multi-law courthouse. The proposed center is conceived as a community-based first point of contact where citizens can receive legal information and guidance, intake and assessment of justice problems, ADR, case documentation and management, referral to appropriate institutions, psychosocial support, follow-up and monitoring of cases, and digital case management and referral service. The objectives of the proposed center are to improve access to justice at the community level, reduce delays in dispute resolution, promote amicable settlement through mediation and ADR, provide coordinated referral service, strengthen protection for survivors of domestic violence and other vulnerable persons, reduce unnecessary litigation, improve public confidence in the justice system, and generate reliable justice data for policy formulation. The scope of the service delivery of the proposed center includes reception and intake of complaints, community mediation, legal guidance, case documentation, referral to appropriate institutions, and monitoring of compliance with settlement agreements. The pilot implementation of the proposed center shall commence in the three senatorial districts of the state: Sabongari local government area for Kaduna North Senatorial District, Kaduna North local government for Kaduna Central Senatorial District, and Jamal local government Kapanchan for Kaduna South Senatorial District. The selected pilot location represent diverse urban, semi-urban, and rural communities, providing an appropriate field for assessing the operational effectiveness adaptability, and scalability of the Kaduna Center across different socio-economic and geographical contexts. The experience and lessons derived from the pilot phase will inform the refinement of the center to guide its phased rollout to the remaining local government areas. In the same way, the new High Court of Kaduna State Civil Procedure Rules 2025 also contains provisions for area. Order 3 to 11 provides that rules. All originating processes that were accepted for filing by the registry be screened for suitability for area, and where it is considered appropriate, the Chief Judge may refer the case to the Kaduna Multi-Law Courthouse or any other appropriate area institution or practitioners in accordance with the practice direction issued by the Chief Judge from time to time. The key point here is that ADR has become the infill process in our adjudicatory jurisprudence, and it has come to stay. The involvement of the court in the process is necessary and justifiable. This is because the strength and effectiveness of the process of arbitration or ADR is derived majorly from the complementary role the court has to play in ensuring that either of the party does not flow the will of arbitration. Without the court's capacity to intervene, the process of arbitration will not hold much water. On the other hand, however, to ensure that the court does not usurp the arbitral process and that arbitration is not just another name for litigation, the Arbitration and Mediation Act has limited its power, and it can only intervene in accordance with the provisions of the Act. This is necessary to ensure a balance between judicial intervention and arbitral autonomy is achieved. However, the best issues or questions of the moment are: one, to what extent have our courts and judges ensured compliance with ADR clauses in agreement between parties intended for them? Two, how often have they stayed proceedings and required dispute before them to the Kaduna Multi-Law Courthouse or other arbitration or mediation institution for arbitration resolution? It is a long time settled and no longer open to any legal debate. The courts are enjoined to always guard and protect their respective jurisdictions jealously and with all the legal arsenals identified. The Constitution, federal and state enactments, a common law, under Sharia and customary laws, and any legislation that seeks out or whittle down their jurisdiction should be interpreted strictly and narrowly. On the contrary, ADR clauses are not abstract clauses, and they do not legally house the jurisdiction of them. Therefore, where parties to an agreement freely and mutually agree to ADR as a first line of action to resolve any dispute arising therefrom, courts have a duty to take proceedings and refer the parties to ADR at the instance of any of them, provided such application is made tirelessly before such party takes any step in the proceedings that will be interpreted as waiving its right to make such application. What the courts do, in essence, is to give life or enforce the agreement of the parties freely entered into by referring a dispute or claim to ADR. After all, any arbitral award of decision will still be enforceable by the court. In the case of Kdmdc against Detroit Engineering Company Limited, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, by UMR GLC, held as follows. The law is also settled that the mere fact that it is of a nature eminently suitable for trial in court is not a sufficient ground for refusing to give effect to what the parties have by the contract expressly agreed to. So long as an arbitration clause is contained in the contract that is valid and the dispute is within the contemplation of the clause, the court ought to give due regard to the voluntary contract of the parties by enforcing the arbitration clause as agreed to by them. The philosophical underpinning for upholding the sanctity of ADR is that they are considered and treated as autonomous and independent of the agreement incorporating them, An area clause may be drawn up separately or may form part of the main agreement between the parties. Where the arbitration clause is part of the contract, it is nevertheless regarded in law as a separate contract. Recently, the Supreme Court of Nigeria aptly captured this position in the case of UPAPLC against Student Consulting Limited, where his lordship, Ogunwumichi, JS, held as police. The courts have always upheld the autonomy and independence of the arbitration clause. The arbitration agreement may be drawn up separately or may form part of the transaction between the parties. Where the arbitration clause is part of the contract, it is nevertheless regarded in law as a separate contract. Unfortunately, recent trends before the High Court of Justice of Kaduna State involving Kaduna State government call for concern and sober reflection. With due respect to the court, let me give an instance here. In the case of Mrs. Azaka, Nigeria Limited, against Kaduna State government and another, the plaintiff stood for a monetary claim against the state government for unpaid contract sum. The contract agreement contained the following arbitration clause, which are weak verbatim. Any dispute, controversy, or claim arising out of or relating to this contract or breach, termination, or invalidity thereof shall be settled by arbitration. Upon being served with the originating process, and before taking any step in the proceedings, the state government immediately entered appearance under protest and applied to the court to stay proceedings and refer the matter to arbitration as contained in the agreement of the parties. The counsel for the plaintiff responded that there was no dispute in the agreement to enable the court to stay proceedings and refer the matter to arbitration. In a considered ruling delivered on the 13th of July 2026, the court upheld that there was no dispute in the agreement to enable it to stay proceedings and refer the matter to arbitration, and consequently dismissed the state government's application. The ruling has been appealed against. The question that really comes to our mind are: if there is no dispute in the agreement, why did the plaintiff ensue the action in the High Court in the first place? The arbitration clause refers to 1. Dispute, any dispute. 2. Controversy. 3. Claim that is relating to a breach or termination or invalidity of the contract. It is difficult to say that none of the underlying causes is the basis for the litigation. The plaintiff ensued the action in the court because it alleged that the state government had failed to pay the balance of the contracts on due payment. The alleged failure constituted a breach of the contract, and thus the claim for the High Court. Both ways we look at it: breach of the contract and then the claim before the court are issues that call for arbitration, because they are all agitation. I think this is the point that the court missed in the schooling. Again, the court failed to address its minds the provisions of Section 8 of the 2013 law of Kaduna State and Section 5, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of the Arbitration and Mediation Act. Section 8 of the 2013 law provides that, and I quote, the area process shall operate as a stay of proceedings in pending suit. And Section 5, subsection 1, 2, and 3 of the Arbitration and Mediation Act provides as follows: notwithstanding the provisions of any other law, a court before which an action is brought in a matter which is the subject of an arbitration and agreement shall, if any of the parties request, no later than when submitting their first statement on the substance of the dispute, require the parties to arbitration unless it finds that the agreement is void, inoperative, or incapable of being performed. The other ones are, I will not go to 2 and 3, but subsection 1 is very clear on that. It is clear from their book proceedings or provision that both the federal and state enactments are in support of state proceedings and referral of disputes to media in deserving instances. Why would a the court insists on hearing and determining cases that are clearly supposed to go to area based situation. But as I said earlier, the ruling has been appealed against, and we are waiting the decision of the court to appeal against. Another worrisome thing is that the essence of establishing the Kaduna State Multi-Law Courthouse and institutionalizing area in Kaduna State is to lessen the case dockets of the court in the state, to enable judges to decide cases silently and deliver quality judgments. And also the requirements of the quarterly reports in the Nigerian Judicial Council. State proceedings and referring Islamic cases to area would enable them to achieve that. Therefore, it is paradoxical to see a situation where judges are supposed to be referred to area if they actually then the essence of establishing the multi-law courthouse and institutionalizing area in statute and the rules of the High Court is defeated as an issue. As we partake in this year's settlement, let us bear in mind that the Kaduna State Multi-Law Courthouse is conceptualized to ensure that justice is not meant for a single mode. It is multifaceted. Parties choose their conciliation, mediation, or arbitration based on their unique needs. Disputes can be and are resolved in days, not in decades. Area fosters dialogue, understanding, and mutual respect and lasting relationship. And area restores investor confidence in Kaduna State and Nigeria. On this note, I call on the parties, the litigants, to settle with an open mind. To the council, you are ministers in the temple of justice. Your duty is to ensure justice is delivered and not denied. True advocacy sometimes means guiding your client towards a peaceful, enduring settlement. To the neutrals, your skill, patience, and neutrality are the engines of this group. Guide your integrity fiercely and do what is right and just. Let us all make this settlement week a historic success for Kaduna State and prove that our legal community can evolve, adapt, and deliver justice that is swift, fair, and affordable. May this settlement week bring true reconciliation and peace in our private, public, and business life. And in the end, while justice is delivered, bridges are also built. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Please, another round of applause for the Thank you all very much for coming. We can see some of our items here already. As we continue this program, we want to appreciate all our people. Of course, we have to appreciate the legacy of anything that is possible. And for being ATR friendly, we want to appreciate in general the MK, Post Kaduna Branch, Public Commission, Human Rights Commission, Farmer Area Council, ICRC, IPAC, Legal Aid, Africa Shafti. Want to thank you all and all our ATR friends. Thank you all for coming. And also, we want to appreciate Peter also, Legal Aid. And also in our midst today, we have some special guests from the Plateau State Multi-Law House who have come to please. We'd like to see can you please rise. We have the director of the Plateau State Multi-Law House, Honorable Adar. We also have the registrar, the Stable Esquire. We also have the admin officer, Luis Mushara Agashi, Mary Sheikh, the district resolution officer, Legra Robo, and House of the Multi-Law House of Plateau State. Thank you for coming all the way. We also want to recognize our Leonard Silks, our friend Yola Oliver. Thank you for coming, Leonard Silk. We also want to thank our Leonard Silk for coming. Thank you, Jack, for coming. And also, we want to also appreciate the NBA chairman, the chairman is here, NBA Kaduna branch, Chairman of Zara branch, NBA, I see you. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. We also saw the academic hall and all our traditional rulers. Welcome. Thank you for coming, the opportunity. And also all of my notes for coming. Thank you so much. All of our worship, thank you for coming. We appreciate it. And also my own personal person, our honorable Rakadi, thank you for coming, and also our president of the Honorary Honorable Building, thank you for coming, all our parties, thank you so much. And so I'll hand over to the director of the multi-purpose house to. Okay, as we continue, we'll call on our own Honorable Justice Youth for the induction of the panel of entrance. My God, sir. Honorable Justice Youth for the induction of the panel of entrance. Please a round of applause for him again.
Hello, the honorable teacher. Hello. Sorry. Simple. It's my honor to talk the following in the particular do house. Kdmdc panel. Yes. Then Muhammad Bello, Isra, Ubadia, Togo, Isra, Muhammad Isra, Ali Rabbi, Isra. Eligible or extra, eligible. And finally, I am absolute. If I have you have been selected to serve as impartial and professional influence according to peaceful resolution of issues are restoring relationships. I also do uphold integrity, fairness, and dedication in this noble role. You are congratulations and welcome to service. You can proceed. All right. Just be informed that marriage will draw that way. Those of you that are now, please, you can take your I.
And principles governing our regulation and publication, and that I will continue as my skills and knowledge to best in my pursuit at the level. And this will commitment to the public and responsibility for my role.
All I have thank you. To please help forward and sign the.
I'm glad to get back.
All right.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your good sir, you that's my face, so thank you. As we continue in our program, we would like to I'll be calling on Vice Chairman, NBA Kaduna Chairman, Babalawo Ogiu for the first brief good business. Please a round of applause for our chairman.
My Lord, the Chief Judge of the Mercy, my Lord, those others, the Grand Admiral of the Sheriff of the President of the Constitutional Court of Appeal, my lords, judges and presidents, parties, the judges of the Constitutional Court of Appeal, right, magistrate, and other judges are present. That is our way for Nigeria, dear president. I will pray to start the politics and leadership. My lord, the Chief Judge of the State, it is my pleasure to present their lordships and distinguished members of the bar bench, the director and staff of the Kaduna Political Court House, line police, SCS, members of the public, and the office ceremony of the Kaduna Political Court House, on behalf of the Nigerian Bar Association, I congratulate the Kaduna State Judiciary and the Kaduna Political Court House for getting another successful shape. This program has become an important platform for promoting alternative peaceful resolution and expanding access to democracy. I wish a special tribute to the Honorable Chief Judge of Kaduna State Honorable Justice Kdmdc for his insight judgment and support for the Kaduna Political Court. His social commitment to certain ADR has provided the institutional backing necessary for the Kdmdc to thrive as a vital component of our justice delivery system. The remarkable progress of the center is a reflection of its lordship's dedication to efficient, accessible, and tool-oriented judiciary. I also want to commend the director of the center and I entire team for their dedication, professionalism, and innovation. Through their hard work, they have transformed the Kaduna Political Court House into a dynamic and effective ADR hall that continues to earn the confidence of the bench, the bar, and users. Their efforts have made the center a model for peaceful, timely, and cost-effective resolution of disputes. The theme of this year's week, Justice for Everyone, is everywhere, remind us that justice is not actually only through mediation. Arbitration, mediation, conciliation, and other ADR processes provide parties with practical, efficient, and relationship-driving means of resolving disputes while reducing the burden on our courts. As legal practitioners, we have a duty to promote these mechanisms whenever they serve the interests of our clients and the cause of justice. The NBA Kaduna branch remains committed to supporting the Kaduna State Judiciary and the Kaduna Political Court House in leading the culture of ADR across our state. To members of the public, I encourage you to take advantage of this settlement week. If you have issues related to family, land, tenancy, employment, business, or other civil matters, this is an opportunity to resolve them amicably with the guidance of experienced ADR professionals. I was probably for this year's settlement week. Let us review our commitment to dialogue over conflict, reconciliation over confrontation, and peace through justice. Together, we can build a society where disputes are resolved efficiently, relationships are preserved, and justice remains accessible to all. I congratulate the Kaduna Political Court House on this valuable initiative, and wish everyone a successful and powerful settlement week. Thank you, and God bless the Kaduna State Judiciary, the Nigerian Bar Association, Kaduna State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And so since we have all, of course, you know, Kaduna State, we have 4 NPA branches. I'll be calling the other branches and we'll be speaking very briefly, 2 minutes each. I'll be calling on the chairman of the NPA Banner branch, the letters designate Iba and testimony. Please talk for the very short group. We will follow by the chairman of the NBA branch and followed by the chairman of the NBA branch. Please a round of applause.
The Honorable Justice Akas of the GSC retired. I wish to stand on existing protocols. It's a great honor to be invited to this opening ceremony of the Settlement Week. I bring warm greetings from the members of the Nigerian Bar Association, Barawa branch. Settlement Week is a commendable initiative that underscores the importance of alternative dispute resolution, particularly mediation as a means of ensuring that justice is accessible, timely, affordable, and less adversarial. By providing pro bono mediation services, the program offers many individuals and businesses an invaluable opportunity to resolve disputes amicably while preserving relationships and reducing the burden on our courts. As legal practitioners, we have a duty not only to advocate, but also to promote peaceful and efficient dispute resolution. I therefore commend the organizers, particularly the Kaduna State High Court of Justice, under the leadership of the Honorable CJ, the mediators and all stakeholders whose commitment has made this initiative possible. On behalf of the Nigerian Bar Association Barawa branch, I encourage members to take full advantage of this opportunity. And I assure the organizers our continued support for initiatives that will advance access to justice and strengthen public confidence in the administration of justice. It is my sincere hope that this year's Settlement Week record remarkable success and leave a lasting positive impact on our community. I thank you all and I wish you a fruitful and successful Settlement Week. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I please the NBA chairman of Zaria branch. Round of applause to the NBA chairman of Zaria branch. For the next 2 minutes.
What possible is something that assistance it's something that I think in existence for long. It's now that for and what I would say that on behalf of the final branch, I'm not sure of ADR because ADR is a way of getting justice. It's not a way of being on it's a way of being because either get let's say 100%, not 100%. One party will get 50, the other party will get 50. It's very common for 100%. And it's very encouraging with that. But it's not always for education. Education is not for everything else. Education is not for everything. ADR is another way of attaining justice for that. Bringing environmental groups, patient, and
please carry us the chairman of the grant I get. Oh, okay, I was talking with that. Okay, move on to the next program. I'm calling on I love cases and ask required a please come to the board to help us appreciating very special people. Please round of applause for my love. And this is all the things for my love. We thank you for allowing us to protest this today. Thank you very much.
Also, the people that are passing, the people that are passing, if you put it in front there, then you.
And you all for that. I think it's a very commendable thing to establish this courthouse. Remember that when I was appointed to the High Court, the only ADR window we had was in matrimonial covenant. Whenever there was a dispute between the husband and the wife, we tried to raise settlement. Outside of that, there were very few other matters that were required to API. But when I got to the Court of Appeal, precisely in 2010, I was then the chairman of the committee for the Court of Appeal rules. And it was then that a novel situation of extending the ADR to even criminal matters. And I think that is what has metamorphosed to plea bargaining. Now, when the Attorney General was speaking today, and periods where the High Court will proceed with the case when it involves government and the contractor. I whispered to him after the review of his speech, I said, well, hope the government will not use it as a means of dragging the matter. Because in most cases, it is the issue of payment, which government invariably is always not very ready to settle. So I hope the Attorney General will put a timeline so that when the matter is referred to for ADR,
It will not be an everlasting delay. There must be a time lag and there must be, there must be the will to really reach a settlement and not by time. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to say a word or two. Not even our time, we never had this complication. And this place was not used as a perfect judges quotas. We never had anything. If there was any function, it was held outside the forecourt of the court. So, thank you very much. And I wish
Thank you so much. Thank you for agreeing. We're moving on to the next item. I committee did a wonderful job, my Lord. I have been waiting for a while for this to come up. And afterwards, they brought out a list of people they wish to recognize and appreciate. That is not to say that is the entire list, or those are the only people that have supported us along the way. Or we just picked a few to appreciate. This morning, we want to start with Honorable Justice P.H. Kogo, who has been there. He has been supporting the government. My Lord, sir, you don't mind? Thank you, my Lord. We call on Honorable Justice R.S. Orlando. My Lord, are you here this morning? Thank you for your kind support. Thank you. A round of applause for my Lord.
Okay.
As my Lord comes up, we call on Honorable Justice K.A. Akas to come up. Thank you, my Lord.
congratulations.
Honorable Justice M.J. Zubairi, sir. My Lord, thank you so much for your support. All of them. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
What about
The representative of the area of Oxford is probably still on his way. We will all this morning that will prepare. So we'll see that for now. We'll call on Archbishop Tao, Ibrahim Muhammad, thank you so much. Amina Muhammad, Director of News and Foreign Affairs, KSNC. Are you there? Amina Muhammad?
Just right now, let me call it from the
You're connected. Yeah.
one shake.
Aisha Abdullahi Gambo, Pastor FM. Are you here? Aisha Abdullahi Gambo, Pastor FM. Somebody calling? Call on man with two condemned human. Man with two condemned human. Thank you very much for your support.
Only my handshake because I'm Sharia compliant.
The former
Chairman, sir, my friend, our colleague, we appreciate on behalf of the National Center.
we call on Reverend Bowman Matthew John. Are you there? Reverend Bowman Matthew John. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your.
I think we are blessed. Bring the Reverend here with us. Reverend, we appreciate your support for the National Center.
I'm calling Mohammed Ademushe. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. For the last part of the call, the consent of the secretary board of admin, we want to this. Adisa, Adisa is always taking our terms of argument. Always, thank you so much, Adisa, for all. God bless you. Thank you. Abubakar S. Habib. Abubakar S. Habib. So our level registrar and his dog. Thank you so much. Thank you. We call on Sarah Sharp Sambo. Thank you for custody and record to our custom and also in charge of the range. She's been able to put our cases into a great outcome. Thank you so much. We call on our signing to registrar.
various events in listening to writing at the right time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hafiz Abubakar. Hafiz is always Thank you for all. Thank you. You call on to where one Suleiman. So let me just go out back the prayer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So for our own Laura Emilioni. Thank you for all. Then finally, we call on Joshua Santa. Joshua, are you here? I've been very involved. Okay. Then finally, Joshua, thank you so much. Thank you. Finally, we call on the Director of National Orientation Agency. Are you there, sir? Thank you for your. Thank you very much, my Lord. We are grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Director. Thank you for appreciating us, appreciating us. It's so move to the next item is unveiling of the ADR committee. And who else will be able to do that other than our Honorable Attorney General of the State, able keynote speaker. And so when the Honorable Attorney General comes, of course, you know the cost of printing. No other person will help us, you have to help us. So please, when you unveil, so please, as the Honorable General Council to unveil this, we'll have others also come and support us. Come and support the good work that the Honorable CJ and what we're doing in Kaduna State. Any token, any amounts. Honorable General, and by law, also the CJ will come from here to the and also the guests of the box, please the Grand Pally and the President of the customary box.
After speaking for almost 30 minutes, I'm sweating previously. I've been calling him to bring our money. This is all like a settlement. Settlement is to make work easy for us. We are making it our way back to finish. Not opting for settlement. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let me not this time. Maybe I will obey with my word now. I will do this. You give our money now, the city will provide. You give them money, the city will provide. So that in the dilemma, I don't even know who to provide for. But let me say, whoever got touch to find, I wish support. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Please allow yourself. As I said before, any other states will help us. Kaduna is our own and will help our own because charity is being spread at home. So please, who wants to come and support the Honorable Attorney General? Please come and support a panel of neutrals, and HR ambassadors, and traditional leaders, and religious leaders, everybody that God has
touch your hearts. Please come and support our age. Thank you, ma. Let's our wonderful HR ambassador. And then existing protocol and supporting the
Yeah,
and supporting the
we have 12 people in Nigeria here.
of this mediation 2020
And we have very senior
100,000 naira. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Please, can I get the staff to help us write down, please? Yes, can we have one person, please? It is not, yes. Oh, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Well, I'm impatient, I know. And I need to support.
Yes, my lord. Thank you so much for your statement. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So any other person that God is touching your heart, is supports the honorable and general. You can see the frame of the honorable and general, so it needs life support. So please come and support our agent. Yes.
Hello. Going by the weight of evidence. It's carried by the honorable agent. And the NCR mentioned for this matter to applicable of us. Please let us reform. The honorable Attorney General, I'm sure you need support. But for Kaduna State, supplementary, with 100,000.
Thank you so much for being here. And this is in addition to the initial support you're giving us. Thank you so much for being here. It's our one and only organic in the States. So please, the Lord is touching your hearts, any amount spoken, because the agent will not be met. Yes, thank you.
You have of that man out there teachers. They wish to support in some of these.
Thank you very much. You are shy for coming out. Take a piece of paper, write it down, and give it to us. I'm coming.
Sorry.
Okay, I am going to call on other very good senior advocates in Kaduna State. It is not easy to be a husband of a high court judge. So I am calling on the legacy of life of Jack. You will see it rise, you will see the way it rise. How many people walk down at the road and get the legacy?
Hello. All around the world, I will have, I say, my Lord, I want. On behalf of my Lord, I will be supporting for following year of I don't answer because it's an attorney general that's all out for justice, absolute justice. Justice, we are very, very, very proud. Before I announce my own position, my landlord brother friend, Donald, I agree with him. You will be very well. You have to come. We are talking about. I was supposed to put the attorney general. 200 people.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Please, my honorable general is sweating. We need to take his seat. Please, my honorable general needs to sit down. So please, any other person supporting? The chairman of the land is here. You go out himself. You go out of the Kaduna party here.
My Lord, states, don't get me here. On behalf of the and supporting this.
Thank you. Yes, any other person supporting, and we want to thank Public Complaints Commissioner for your mercy. Thank you so much, and every other person that has given for this one. Yes, people from 1, 2 states. Yes, sir. Please come forward. Come forward, sir. Please, let's start with them. Let's start with them. The country to have a state that you know that is ways are all over the place. So we know that we must enhance circulation. I think we are coming from the whole city. Yes, ma'am. Our own battle. I love much. You know, this is looks like price to us. We're not anticipating this, but we cannot go back empty. Exactly. Yes, on behalf of the Kaduna State of God House, that is talking of 100,000 naira. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, can our honorable sit down? Can I see a hand? Can anyone sit down? Or not yet? Not yet. Organized motion refused. Saturday, that's your hand up. Yes, any other person? The MBA Kaduna branch has Anthony donated, the chairman of MBA Kaduna branch has donated, Zaria Kafancha, we don't mind expecting. Yes, the activity is coming. Any other person before our general goes to sit down? Please round of applause for the activity. One of our volunteer meetings. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, please, Honorable Wiki, please, sir, go and sit down. So that it's not said that Laura has to stand. Please, Honorable Wiki, thank you so much. And please, we're still open any amount to support. We're very grateful. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, so the other thing we are paying before it is.
Okay. Around the student, my love. Yeah. The glory of God Almighty and for the use of people of my state. So, so we hereby be will also.
Thank you all so much. We sincerely appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Okay, so finally, the representative of our father, the Emir of Zaria, as was a right person of the Hajj Executive Service to Muhammad, Sir Sherman Saza. Please, a round of applause for them to take it from the parliament and everyone from the kingdom. Thank you so much for.
Agree protocol that's really been established. But before I do that, appreciate what
Somebody was calling.
thank you.
Somebody was calling the phone. I had to continue.
Really thank you very much. Support, which I know the issue is very important. I hope that seriously, really create really you know allow habituation. You can stop. So let it go. Love, faith, without us, stable. I am saying that wrong in your decision. What do you consider? But generally, one consider you need to be agreeing. I think teacher of the Kaduna by being director. We are unwavering in the region of continue to strengthen the system and bring everyone is able to and available values of speakers, background circles. Also reminds us that literacy is fully accessible with natural resources across our community. The judiciary as the guardian of justice has the responsibility not only to treat students, but also to ensure that justice is accessible, efficient, and responsive to the needs of the people. In this regard, the Kaduna and Slow Courthouse has formed an indispensable arm of this delivery system. I am particularly encouraged by the achievement of what being families within past year and successful resolution of complex issues through a peace reflects growing confidence from API and also demonstrates that many disputes, when properly managed, not require prolonged education, but can be resolved through dialogue, understanding, and compromise. Settlement week is a practical demonstration of this philosophy. It provides a platform to litigants explore and become settlement in a structured and professional environment. It reduces divided on our works, saves time and cost, and most importantly, promotes harmony between families, business, and community. And therefore, urge all judges magistrates to continue to provide cooperatives to Kdmdc active. I also encourage local practitioners to embrace media as a complementary pathway to justice and provide clients accordingly. Disputing violence and savings, settlement is not a sign of case, but a mark of the willingness to dialogue and mutual understanding, the foundation of lasting peace. As we formally commence in 2020, I call on all stakeholders to take full advantage of this initiative. Let us work together to do justice and truly serve the people. One that delivers not only favor, but peace. On this note, it's my pleasure to pray what house it will be 2020 open official. I wish you all a beautiful day. Thank you. Thank you.
My Lord is going to appreciate the one of us federal and also the representative of the area of Southern. So I'll call on the Honorable Attorney General, our keynote speaker, and our wonderful leader, the sixth Honorable General.
Small all the thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Also, the representative of the Royal Father and Lord the Current Service provides the Sergeant General's as well. Please, a round of applause. The one verse of the chief of Kaduna. Please can you see this representative from Kodro? Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much. We know it's a long. We really want to appreciate each and every one of them on behalf of our worship to Anna, the chairman of the settlement, the Bibles and co-chairman. We really want to say thank you to everyone taking out time out of the site schedule. We want to say thank you to my Lord, the Honorable CJ, for always keeping his doors open, for giving us this massive support, and for building on every other the past CJ was started here until we're very grateful. To all staff of the Kaduna State Board of Governors, also say thank you. To all our panel of neutrals, we say thank you. We see your hard work, your dedication, we say thank you. To the NBA, we say thank you for giving us most of the things you didn't allow us to have to wreck things, shares alongside. We made everything that we do. Thank our chairman, thank you so much. To the chair of our branch, thank you so much. The National Human Rights Commission, thank you. Public Complaint Commission, we say thank you. Shouting, Farmer ADR, all our representatives, to the media, we say thank you. We really appreciate you. Thank you for everything, for making yourself available in kind, in passion. We cannot quantify it. To the staff of the judiciary for helping us around the logistics and the end for every unit of the multi-government house planning committee. From the bottom of our hearts, we say thank you. We might not have anything to give you, but know that this is a seed, so and you definitely do. Thank you all very much. And thank you for coming working all upon you. Our HR ambassadors, we say thank you. Our panel of neutrals, thank you. Everyone, we say thank you. Our high court judges, our magistrates, every one of you, we say thank you, and God bless you for making this a success. To all of the time again, so remember that the session commences immediately. For those of you that remain on the timetable, so all mediators having cases to please go straight to the Sharia Court of Appeal for their sessions. Thank you all for coming, and God bless you all. We'll be closing with Santa, one of the national anthem. And we rise as we take the first stanza of the national anthem. On the count of two. 1, 2, go. And here we are, still we are. Oh, yeah, it's and you all our proud self, also bring more. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Kaduna State. Thank you all and have a very good week.
Just like myself, the instructors capture everything.
I want to.